Hello and welcome to the Says Who podcast with Kat and Tip.
Hello.
How are you
Yes.
doing? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Thanks, old chum. I'm trying.
Are you trying new bits?
I'm trying a different energy for this week.
Okay. You do seem a bit like a Victorian Englishman.
Thank you. Old sport. Yes. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
This week it's going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit less tight. You know, we're going a little bit like
We're going freeform.
We're going free flowing, a little bit easy breezy. Yeah,
just having a casual conversation.
Just because we're recording a day before this goes out.
Yeah. And that's all Tip's fault.
Why is it my fault?
Because I didn't want to say it was mine.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's not. I just accepted the blame. I was like, it probably is. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. Let's tell everyone why we're recording so late.
I was on holiday.
Kat was on holiday. Where have you been?
Mallorca.
Kat's been to Mallorca.
I got bit by a mosquito. Oh my god, there were so many bats there as well.
Oh god.
I only saw 3 stray cats though.
I didn't check the emails. I don't think anyone messaged.
What do you mean?
About the bat thing from last week.
Oh no, I did see one comment.
Yeah.
One person would keep me as a bat. That was it.
That's it.
Just one.
Yeah, so Kat's been in Mallorca.
Yeah.
I spent this weekend in Leeds. Which is slightly different.
Stamp.
Yeah, I did literally have a moment where I was sat on the coach there, looking out the window, like
not going to Leeds,
and it was absolutely like tipping it down.
Yeah,
like really miserable, and I was just sort of zoned out, like staring out the window, and was like,
"Oh no, it's turn left."
Yeah, but it's okay because as far as I know, there weren't any horrendous war crimes that happened. Not in Leeds anyway, just in other parts of the world. Oh, he's getting political. So yeah, as you can tell, we're going to be a little bit looser because all right, Kat just gave me a look when I used that word. A little bit more going with the flow, baby. Because I haven't got time to edit. I've just finished a shift. I'm going to be back in work tomorrow all day.
I've got to clean my carpets tomorrow, so I can't edit.
Yeah, that's the only reason you can't edit. Yeah, editing just ain't going to happen, babes.
No.
It's not going to happen.
All right, 15.
So, yeah, sorry, babes. So, yeah, this is what you got.
Yeah. Speaking of 15,
Go
segue.
Oh.
What is today's podcast about, Liam?
Today's podcast, thank you very much for asking. We were originally meant to be looking at the Mark of the Brownie.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Did you not watch it?
Of course I did.
Oh, you just didn't want to talk about it. You wanted to just watch it and then.
Well, I watched it and then was like, cool. Next, because I've had to watch it obviously because when the Rani was dropped.
Yeah.
When the By Generation dropped and it was Rani, I was like, well, now I have to obviously go watch all the Rani episodes and read all about the Rani. Because, you know.
Yeah.
So I watched it then you were like, okay, so we're doing Mark of the Rani. I was like, oh, but I just watched it. Don't make me watch it again. And I did watch it and then I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I have no... Oh, do you know what was really fun? When they turned into trees and then he was hanging off them. That's all I can say.
I mean...
do you know what? Actually, that's a lie. What I do find I really liked the last episode. No, you know when in the TARDIS with the Rani and the Master and the TARDIS is going like whoop, 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 and they're like pinned back against the wall.
Yeah.
And you've got all like the test tubey babies and all the weird things in her like sciencey.
Yeah, that old T-Rex.
All of that. That was cool. I was like, I really appreciate that.
Okay.
That was it.
Well, there's our Mark of the Rani review. No, yeah, it's it's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's yeah. We'll get round to it at some point
Maybe.
because I've made a thumbnail. So,
Okay, so it's got to happen.
But yeah, Kat texted me a few days ago saying, "Hey, let's bin off that old rubbish, and
Not quite my words.
let's get stuck into some real stuff,
Some
the
real stuff.
real stuff that people want to hear about."
Yeah.
And I was like, "And what's that?"
And I said,
What did you say?
I said, can we please do season 2 reflection this
Yes.
week on the podcast, please, please.
Let's look back on the
Season
most
2.
recent season. Let's wait up. The dust has settled now. We've had a little
Yeah.
bit of time, you know.
We've sat on it.
We've got to digest it.
Yeah.
And also, what the hell is happening with Doctor Who? Going forward. Like, where are we?
Pass.
Well, we're going to be talking all about it. So, yeah, I don't think we've had any news.
No. Only Big Finish box sets and the
Yep.
CBeebies animation.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
we
ages
covered
ago.
that.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't think we've had anything else, have we?
No.
I know there's some new books.
Yeah.
Some new books, some new...
Oh, the new merch line. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, there's some really nice stuff.
Oh, cool.
There is. I'm going to. Yeah, because they've got the BBC shop now. Back.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and there's a new merch line. And some of the designs are really cool, so I'm going to buy them.
Sweet. Well, that's it for news. Oh, I mean, there was the stuff that's going around with, because obviously Shooty's promoting Born with Teeth at the minute. Yeah. And was he on BBC Breakfast or something? And people are kind of, when he said about,
I'm too old.
He's too old for it, and his knees were giving in and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to.
Well, I saw that, and half of me wants to be like, okay, sure, but then the second half of me wants to be like in the giggle, David Tennant was doing all his own stunts, and he was running around like a lunatic. Peter Capaldi run around like a lunatic, and they're quite a bit older than Shooty, and Shooty is like a musical theatre, like dance trained. He's active. He's built.
Yeah.
So him being like, oh, he was just getting. I mean, I can see if it was meant in the way of like, because I didn't watch it, so I don't really have the context for it. But if he meant like stamina wise, because he was so busy, and then he had to fit Doctor Who in as well, it was exhausting. Like, and his stamina, he couldn't keep up with it. He needed a bit more of a chiller schedule. Then that I could believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's a grueling like shoot.
Yeah.
I don't really know how long they shoot for now, but like back in the days when it was like the 13 episodes, that's like why the Doctor Light thing, because it was just a necessity.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they physically couldn't like shoot that many.
And with season 1, obviously he had to film season 1 and 2 back to back, and that was Doctor Light in season 1 because
right off the back
of Sex Education. And then he's also got all his theatre work and stuff because he was doing was it Much Ado? He was doing The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yeah, he did. He
was doing that. So like, you know, if he meant, because I didn't watch it, so I don't really know what he said, but if he meant like stamina, I could see that.
I mean, I don't think it's a legit.
No, it sounds like
reason.
He panicked and he had to make up an excuse.
Because I think he said something similar in the when they did the little behind the scenes sort of interview thing with him just after Reality Ball came out.
Oh right.
Like a goodbye to Shooty Gatwa kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And he was sort of saying like, oh, you know, my knees are giving in and
right.
like that. But I think, I don't know, it's obviously, to me that's a pretty obvious like.
Well, that's why I was like 50-50. I'd like it to be that was the genuine reason, but it doesn't seem like the truth, maybe.
And I don't want to give that like, you know, I don't want that to be like that's not the real reason.
No,
There's
no
drama
drama
behind the
behind it.
scenes, and
Yeah.
but like I think there probably was, or there were, you know, he wasn't. It didn't work out as he expected it to,
Yeah.
and like I think the whole Disney not renewing and being sort of leaving
Well,
him hanging, and
exactly. Yeah.
at the end of the day, he's an actor.
Working
Like
actor.
he's a
Very big working actor.
yeah. Um, and if
He already
someone of
made
his caliber
yeah.
is probably getting offers left, right, and
I was going to
centre.
say he already made sacrifices while he was on Doctor Who. I'm sure that a lot
Exactly.
more were coming his way, and he just couldn't turn them down because he didn't know if he was doing season 3.
Yeah, like I think it's one thing to turn down like offers because you're working on something,
Mm-hmm.
but to have to turn down offers because
He
we
might
might
be.
be,
Yeah.
we're not sure yet, we don't know if
Mm.
um, and but I think that probably just changed over because he seemed to be there was the whole Graham Norton thing where he was talking about like, oh yeah, and then we're going to be shooting season 3
Yeah.
next year, as in this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like I think that was the plan.
Yeah. But it
But
didn't go to plan.
yeah, it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's not good. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not a good look for the show, is it?
No.
So yeah, when people are like, "Oh, he's obviously lying. Why is he lying about that?" Because that's like he's not going to turn around on BBC Breakfast and be like, "Well, basically they screwed it up and Disney didn't want any more."
So now I don't know if I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I wanted work, so I've had to like
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
not-
a
yeah,
it's not a good
he's not just gonna say that,
media
are you?
training.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same with when people are saying about Russell and like when they're going, oh, I like yeah, he was lying about this and he was lying about that, and
Hmm.
it's like, well, he's not going to be like. There's an element of transparency that I think Russell has it more than most. Because obviously, like you've got stuff like the writer's tale, which is just like a proper
Mm-hmm.
like bare all,
Yeah.
this is what was going on and all of the like chaos, and he was like running on fumes,
Mm-hmm.
just walking around Cardiff Bay at 3 a.m, chain smoking,
Yeah.
being like, I need to get this script finished by tomorrow. But yeah, like I don't know, like don't be, I don't know. Yes, okay, they might not be completely honest. They don't owe you that. Like they're not lying to you to lie to you. They're lying to you to look after the show and the brand, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird hang up that I've seen people have. Like, yeah, they're like media trained.
Yeah.
They're gonna do whatever they need to do to sort of protect it and protect themselves. And
Yeah.
But that's that.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I guess that's we can segue quite nicely in there to talking about season 2.
Yeah.
Let's start off with overall.
Yeah.
Now it's sort of we're like what 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that out.
Maybe.
What are your overall feelings to it? What are your general feelings about season 2?
Like, it was great up until the Interstellar Song Contest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that hasn't changed. I still liked Reality War. Still liked Wish World. Still liked Reality War. It's just the ending that I didn't like of that. So like I think it's still a great season 2. It was stronger than season 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, way better. Although there are like quite big things that I didn't like about it. For example, I didn't like how Belinda was handled.
Mm-hmm.
She had a good 2 episodes where I was like, oh yeah, let's go, and then that kind of just went off, and then that was kind of butchered in the reality war
Yeah.
with the ending. I think I really wish we got to see what the first initial draft was, and what the leaked pictures from and all of that. I would have loved to have seen what that was. I think that's the only real big shame I have about season 2 is just the ending of the reality war, all from where you can see its reshoots with the wig changes and the clear no doctor, because you remember I have to be home on Monday at 7:30 because I have a child, remember, and just all that, the reshoots, crazy. I would love to know the thought process behind that. There's so many ways you could have written the ending of the reality war. Why on earth was that the focal point? Why was that then made and written? Because it added like an extra like chunk onto the end of the episode.
Yeah.
What was it, like 15 minutes or something? 10,
Yeah,
15 minutes.
15.
Yeah. If you had 15 minutes to rewrite an ending, why are you writing it like that?
I think it's
just bizarre. Like, I just hate how gaslit Ruby is. Do you know? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tangent a little bit. I would love for season 3, because Ruby was gaslit so hard by the doctor, and the doctor being like, no, Rubes, you have no idea what you're talking about. There was no child. And she's like, there was. It's like, no. Regardless of whether you think he was just trying to protect her or himself or Belinda, whatever, because he gaslit Ruby so hard. I really wish that, and all of her like past trauma, even though it just wasn't there during Lucky Day and Reality War, all of her like, not Lucky Day, Wish World and the Reality War, I wish that all of like her PTSD and stuff from Wish World, and then him gaslighting her, she has like a villain arc in season 3. That'd be great.
I don't want Ruby as a villain.
No, not like a villain. Sorry, that was worded bad. Like, she, like, I don't know, like a darker side to Ruby where she's like, you gave me all of this trauma, and then you try to gaslight me at the end of that, and like there'd be like some sort of like dramatic consequence and like a darker side to Ruby because she was like, you've ruined this for me.
I think it needs to take a lot more for her to like turn on him a bit.
What? She was like, had to go away after like Lucky Day and be on her own.
No, but what I'm saying is,
it like ruined her life.
For the change, like for her to flip, for that to be, you gaslit me about a baby.
No.
I don't think that should be the thing that pushes her over the edge.
The last straw. She's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore.
So, yeah, I think it's generally accepted that like it ended with a bit of a whimper as a season. I really enjoyed like all of the season up until the finale.
I really liked Wish World.
Wish World I thought was solid.
Yeah.
It was all right. I had some sort of gripes with it, but I was like, yeah, that was all right. The Reality War, there were things in there that I could enjoy.
Yeah.
And did enjoy and do enjoy. But generally...
See, I like all of it up until the Rani gets eaten, because the wrong Rani gets eaten, for starters. If it was Mrs. Flood, I'd be fine with it. I think I have mixed feelings now on the Rani. Now I've sat and settled with it. I'm a bit like... But I don't mind all that. I wish we had a bit more of Omega, but that was kind of to be expected anyway. I didn't have high expectations for him. It was mainly just the ending. That from the reshoots onwards, that's where the issues were laying for me.
I think I agree that those are the really like
Strong. Yeah.
egregiously like, oh, what's something's gone on here.
Yeah.
But even I don't know, even just like for me, the whole Mrs. Flood thing didn't really pay off.
Mm. Well, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bringing the Rani back
Well, that's why I said I've got mixed feelings on
was a
that.
bit of a wash for me
Yeah.
because he didn't really do anything
Yeah.
like like properly.
Yeah.
Um, bringing Omega back, that feels like I don't know that like didn't go anywhere.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. It felt a little bit like, oh, is that it? Like that was kind of my
I didn't. I
feeling for
didn't
like the
feel.
actual like plot stuff of the.
Well, I think yeah, but I think see, I don't focus on Omega and the finale being like. It's gonna sound ridiculous, like the plot. My main like kind of story arc focal point is obviously getting Belinda home.
Mm,
He did do that. I don't like how Belinda was handled, and that's what ruins the arc for me. I'm not that bothered about Omega being and how he was used in the finale because that wasn't the goal for me.
mm.
Does that make sense?
It felt. It just felt like it was juggling too much,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is a criticism that I usually sort of levy at the Chibnall era.
Yeah.
Um, but Russell, and I know when he was talking about, oh, like the Doctor can like usually struggles against one villain. What happens when he has this many?
Hmm.
And it's like you get a convoluted story that doesn't really service any of the villains that you've put in. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Because it's that and that's happened loads of times before, like in Doctor Who and outside of it. Like Doctor Who, I think the Power of the Doctor is probably like the biggest example of that.
Yeah, that
where
was
you've got the
just
Master, but also the Daleks are here and
and
the
the Cybermen.
Cybermen, but it's like a shad as
Yeah.
a specific like yeah. There's all that stuff going on. Like the Spider-Man films are really guilty of it. Like Spider-Man 3 just throws like 3 or 4 different because you've got the new Green Goblin, you've got Venom, you've got Sandman, like, and there's just too much to juggle.
Right.
And then the second Andrew Garfield one does exactly the same. There's just too much going on.
Right.
And it's like, just slow down, like just have faith in. Because I was thinking a bit about what he said in that clip in Unleashed when him and Stephen Moffat are chatting on the TARDIS set, and he said something along the lines of, "It's not like when you're writing Doctor Who, it's not good enough to say, oh, like we're in this. I can't remember exactly what he said. We're in this castle, and there's some spooky, unusual stuff going on. That's not enough for a Doctor Who story. You've got to have, we're in this castle and there's some spooky stuff going on, and this, and this, and this, and this. And it's like, no. And I think it's really interesting to me because the Russell of 2005, I think would be
disagree.
Like absolutely just like completely disagree with that. And I'm not sure how
he got there.
Yeah. Especially when the stuff that he's done in between his 2 sort of Doctor Who runs has been very sort of well thought out. character focused, like Years and Years, It's a Sin, Very English Scandal, uh, like all of these things that just tell one story.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's like a lot of characters in Years and Years, and It's a Sin, but they all get and they've got their own threads going through it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one story with all of these characters, and they tie up really nicely.
Yeah.
And it's like it feels a little bit like maybe he doesn't have the the faith or the conviction in his ideas, because I think so. Let's just say the finale. Let's say
Okay.
Wish World Reality War, right?
Okay.
So within that, we've got a kind of alternate reality, kind of almost, 1984-esque, surveillance, dystopian, future
Mm.
that's modelled on like the classic 50s white picket fence, suburban,
Mm-hmm.
nuclear family, all of that,
Mm.
right? That's a good sort of foundation for, and then I think the story there, and then it unravels and turns out to be a plan by the villain. The Doctor sort of regains his Doctor identity and stops it, and we have a big showdown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in itself, yeah, that's very basic, but that's like the foundation
Yeah, it's groundwork.
of your story
Mm-hmm.
there. And that's when you throw in, okay, well, what about the character arcs?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? Rounding off your series arcs.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, whereas in that pot for Wish World and the Reality War, we've got the whole fake reality and the Wish World.
Mm-hmm.
We got Comrade.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Rani and Mrs. Flood and their kind of relationship and that kind of antagonistic sort of, subservient thing, which I don't think ever really gets explained or justified, really.
No.
It's never really explained why Mrs. Flood has been hiding out as like next door to Ruby and Belinda,
No.
or what she's been doing all this time, or why she never really acted like.
And if this has been the plan for 2 seasons, why has she just been inactive during season 1 and then just following them about for season 2?
Yeah. Like why all of the stuff with Poppy coming in, bringing Omega back, and then you've got all of the unit characters. You've got Kate, Shirley, Mel, Ibrahim, like Rose is there for a bit, which I completely forget about.
Yeah, but she's only there at the end. She only turns up at the end.
See, I
She turns up at the end of
can't
Reality
remember.
War
I know she's in it somewhere.
because Conrad doesn't wish her existence.
Because she wouldn't have been it. Yeah. Sorry, I do remember.
But we've got the lack of Donna.
Yeah, like bringing Susan into things and then kind of not. Bringing Anita back.
Yeah.
Like name dropping the boss at the end.
Well, I saw someone's comment under one of my posts about the boss and Susan, and I thought it was really cool.
Okay.
And I was really interested by it. So I'm going to read it out because I want your thoughts on this. Because I think I've never thought about this before, and I was just like, oh my god, this would be so good. And if this is what Russell was going to do, and this was in the original ending, because obviously Susan's supposed to be in the original ending at the back of the party or something, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
So for anyone that doesn't, and I can't imagine you don't, if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
but just in case, supposedly the original ending for season 2, I got the number and the
And the
season
name.
wrong. Yeah. So the original ending is that Poppy's forgotten,
Yeah.
disappears. Only Ruby remembers, and then after celebrating because they've defeated Rani and Omega and all of that, Ruby's made a wish for Conrad to go off and have a happy life.
Yeah.
And then they celebrate with a big party for the May Day, the May 24th or whatever the date was. Finally come in. They have a big party. That's where the leaked still from Disney Plus Germany or wherever it was, of the Doctor and Belinda
dancing,
having a dance. And then supposedly the ending would be, it would pan up and at the back would be Carol Ann Ford as Susan, stood with Poppy, and she says to her, "Come on, Mum, let's go."
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, implying that, because obviously Poppy is the Doctor's daughter, which would make Susan his granddaughter. So it's implying that.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Insane.
So that was supposedly meant to be the ending of season 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then on Twitter, Sherwood W28 commented that his thought process was that, because I was talking about the boss, that the boss was potentially going to turn out to be Susan, and that the boss wasn't evil at all, just looking for two-hearted individuals in attempts to reunite with her grandfather, even running the Time Hotel on the side. Very hurt, I think.
Okay.
So how cool would that be? Because obviously Anita's like, the boss is looking for you, and Susan running the Time Hotel, and then using it to find someone with two hearts, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even though the Meep says it, it doesn't necessarily have to be a villain arc. I think that...
Because what does the Meep say specifically? Can you remember?
The villain would be very interested to know that the Doctor has two hearts. Not that isn't verbatim.
Yeah.
Because isn't the Meep like, oh, the boss would very much like to know about this or hear this or something?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Yeah,
so, but yeah, I thought that I've never thought of like that being a potential link, and I was like, oh, that would have been so good. And with that Susan ending as well, what we could have had for season 3, I was like, come on, let's go.
I think this era feels to me more like the Moffat era than RTD1. In terms of in terms of its
tonally,
not tonally. Well,
no, I don't think.
Just because in the way, like, I'm thinking like series 6 specifically, because I think Moffat came in with series 5 and it was a bit of a refresh, a little bit of a, breathing new life into things.
Yeah.
Whole new production team, new cast, but it was still very much linked to what had come before.
Yeah.
It wasn't like as much of a clean. I keep knocking my microphone. Sorry. As much of a break as I think series 11 was when Jodie came in.
Yeah.
However, when we get to series 6, I think Moffat almost goes, okay, well, like, you've stayed with us, like, we've shown that we don't need David Tennant for the show to go.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do what I want with it. And that's why I think we get big series, like all these mystery boxes and hanging threads, and obviously there's a few of those that come through series 5, like the Pandorica, and obviously the cracks in time are set up at the start. The silence will fall and all of that sort of stuff. But like going in with like the overarching plot of the Doctor's death,
Yeah.
The silence and Madame Kavarian, the eye patches and the flesh, and all of that stuff. I think that's more like what Russell's doing here.
Okay.
Because, you know, last year it was, oh, who's the woman that, like, who's Ruby's mum? Why does it snow?
Don't trigger me.
Who dropped her off? Who's the one who waits? And then before we'd had, who's the boss? Who are the Toymaster's legions? Who's Mrs. Flood? Why can she break the fourth wall? Why can the Doctor break the fourth wall?
Why is anyone breaking the fourth wall?
Like all of those things, it felt like, oh, okay, there's a lot here.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that having loads of mysteries and loads of different little threads and stuff like that can work, but you've got to pay them off, obviously,
which we don't really get a satisfying payoff.
Yeah. And I think you've got to answer questions as you go.
Yeah.
Rather than going, oh, we still don't know.
Yeah.
And then at the end going,
okay,
here's 5 of the answers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Like, I think a good mystery
answers questions along the way.
And you go, okay, well, if that's that, then why is yeah, that's how all like
mystery
bloody Agatha Christie novels work. Like,
yeah.
But I think the main reason I think this is a bit more Moffat-y is when Stephen Moffat wrote The 11th Hour with the cracks in time and saying silence will fall.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew what silence will fall meant.
No.
Until he came to write Series 6 and was like, oh, I'm going to have a villain called the Silence.
Yeah.
And sort of, I think that example kind of works.
Yeah.
He sort of left himself some breadcrumbs and then went, I'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
When he wrote about the cracks in time in the 11th Hour, there is no way that he was writing that thinking, oh, in 3 years' time, I'm gonna pay it off and say it's because I put Gallifrey in a pocket universe and they're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And we'll break through to... Didn't happen.
The thing...
And I don't think you need to have everything, like, you don't need a roadmap that pinpoints every little thing, because...
But he did this in his first era. Russell's done it before.
But I think he... See, this is the difference I think there is. In Russell's first era, he'd name drop things, he'd put little breadcrumbs in, stuff like the Shadow Proclamation.
Yeah.
That's there right at the start of Rose. And we don't see the Shadow Proclamation until Stolen Earth, yeah. The Medusa Cascade.
Yeah.
You know, like, even little things like Jack referencing Pompeii.
Yeah.
And then we get there and, you know. But I think rather than it feeling like he's put those things in and going, they're just like little offhand references.
Yeah, that he picks back up later.
And then later goes, I've got an idea for what I can do with that.
Yeah.
Rather than making a big song and dance of the boss or who's Mrs. Flood.
Yeah.
And not having an answer for it yet. I think if you're really like sticking bells on it and going, everybody look, pay attention, what's this?
You have to have the end.
Have something in mind.
You have to have a payoff, yeah. A resolution for it, yeah.
Because I don't think Mrs. Flood was always the Rani.
I don't think so either.
I don't think... I don't think that was the plan.
No.
Yeah. You know, I don't even think the one who waits was necessarily. He was like, oh, that'll be Sutek. I feel like that's a generic enough name to put in there to go, oh yeah, that work. Oh, we'll do this. Uh, that that works, I think. For I'm not like, ooh. But the whole Mrs. Flood thing, like obviously the boss doesn't really get paid off. Um, Mentioning Susan so much through season 1, and then her coming.
Yeah, but
having
then
those little
dropping it
cameos.
for the beginning of season 2, and then suddenly we've got a Susan cameo first.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to me that it seemed to pinpoint pretty heavily in season 1, because you've got in the Devil's Cord where he's talking about Susan to Ruby. Boom, you've got him talking about being a dad. Then throughout you've got the whole thing of him being adopted.
Yeah.
And there's that whole theme of family.
I think
and lost family and reuniting with family through Ruby.
Yeah.
Which also parallels the Doctor.
Yeah.
And I can't understand. It seems to me to be such a logical next step for your story for him to go
Susan now.
Yeah. And I'm not saying, Joy to the World should have been him hunting down Susan.
No, absolutely not.
But I think,
Joy to the World, I'm now hung up on the whole thing about Susan and the Time Hotel. But the I love that concept of the Time Hotel, and I think you can do so much with it. And that's why I was a bit miffed that the Time Hotel was just a Christmas special, because I would have loved to have seen a whole series based on that. But even if you use that
it's almost like a cool idea for a little young adult sort of series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a kind of, I don't know, a kind of monster of the week, but it's
But it's in the Time Hotel. But I would have loved more than a young adult teenagey thing. I would love to have it be a bit darker and be Torchwood Time Hotel. That would be so sick.
You want everything to be dark.
Yeah. That's my genre.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah. But I just mean as a concept.
Yeah.
I outside of Doctor Who, it's almost like...
Oh, right, okay.
If that were pitched as a little sort of...
Sci-fi, young adult.
Yeah, sort of fun,
little Scooby-Doo in the Time Hotel.
yeah, and little mysteries and having little adventures in, this week we're in Rome and
well, the TARDIS is a Time Hotel.
I guess that's also the appeal of the show.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why
we didn't have Susan for season 2.
Yeah. Well, it seems to pretty heavily imply to me that
Susan's coming, and then we don't see her apart from cameos in season 2. But that's why I do think season 3 was going to be Susan focused.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I feel like, say we had season 3 and it was Susan focused, I feel like my comment at the end of season 3 would have been we should have had that season 2 and then season 2 is season 3.
Yeah. I don't understand, because I think maybe if the plan were to have Millie Gibson stay on as full-time companion for season 2, which I think might have been the case,
at the beginning.
Yeah. And I think things were sort of reworked, for it to be fit with Belinda a little bit more. But it almost feels like, okay, well, it would kind of make sense for maybe you don't end season 2 if you don't, if the Doctor comes to the conclusion of he needs to go and find his family. If that doesn't come until after he's parted ways with Ruby, I would understand why you'd say, okay. Then Susan's season 3.
Yeah.
And then obviously that didn't really happen. and she left in season 1, but then comes back. Yeah, it feels very messy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because we lose Belinda towards the end after Interstellar Song Contest. We just lose Belinda. She just goes off with Poppy, and that's it.
And I think also it's quite telling that it's only really Robot Revolution and Lux.
Yeah.
Where
Belinda is the focal point.
Yeah, where she feels sort of
a character.
Yeah, and I think she's quite good in The Well.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah, she is.
But there's not too much of a focus on her.
Well, it's a big mystery suspense.
Yeah, it's sort of more of a it's a plot focused, story.
Yeah. And then 4 is Ruby's. The 4th episode is Ruby's.
She doesn't really show up.
Belinda's just there at the beginning.
Story in the Engine, she doesn't
do anything.
Do much.
That's kind of just
Interstellar Song Contest, again, she's not like, I think you could drag and drop Ruby into that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be much different.
No. It would probably make more sense on Belinda's reactions if it was Ruby.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Belinda, especially at the end, Belinda wouldn't have run up and hugged him. She would have given him a what for. Mm-hmm. Whereas Ruby definitely would have run up and hugged him. Because we see no conflict between Ruby and the Doctor ever through season 1.
Yeah.
When there were moments where there should have been conflict and she should have been annoyed at him and she should have challenged him. Mm-hmm. So if that was written with a Ruby possible companion, mm-hmm. or just a blank canvas companion, then fair.
Because I think it's especially interesting that it's only the scripts that Russell wrote that are the ones
that have Belinda's character,
where Belinda feels and even the things like, and I know this doesn't really confirm or deny anything, but like the is it Frame Store who did the animation for Lux? In the concept art they did, it's Shooty and Millie.
They didn't have Belinda at that point, though. They didn't have.
No, but I think
because they were designing for that before season 2 stuff had been going on.
Yeah, of course, yeah, but
so
I don't know.
Been cast.
There's part of me that goes, well, you probably just wouldn't design. You wouldn't like.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't design
a companion. It
would
would
character
just be
for
the Doctor,
or like a generic one.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know.
Like I don't know. You could just be like, oh well, they've just done that just to have something as like a placeholder to show off as concept art.
I do agree with what you're saying. Unless it's Russell writing it. Belinda does seem just like a flat character.
Kind of like stock companion.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is... and I don't mean that as a slight on any of the guest writers, but I think that's just from... They're like, I don't know who this character is because I've not had the brief.
Yeah.
Like, I've not seen any of what she's done. I don't know how you've written her. So I've kind of just got to write...
I'm not sure what the time. I don't know what the writing timeline was either, because obviously season 1 and 2 were back to back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure that the Juno Dawson, Inura Alarms, and Pete Mattigue wrote theirs fairly early on.
So if that was around season 1 time,
I get the feeling that maybe the decision to write Ruby out was fairly late in the game.
Okay.
For whatever reason. But I don't know, it feels odd.
I do think that the later episodes of what we see of Belinda, a lot of what we see of Belinda as a character is a acting decision and acting decisions, rather than what the script is telling us.
Yeah, it's what Verada's bringing to it, isn't it? And trying to give a bit more life and character to
A blank
sort of,
canvas, so to
yeah,
speak.
um, which is, yeah. And I think obviously we spoke a little bit about how it's kind of disappointing where she ends up,
Yeah,
because she starts off as such
a
a strong,
strong.
really well realized, well performed character,
Yeah,
um, and then gradually sort of that gets diluted
yeah,
over the course of the series,
yeah,
and then her like air quotes happy ending
yeah,
is a complete inversion of everything that she sort of was,
yeah,
and she doesn't even get any like agency or choice in that, and
yeah.
it does feel a little bit of a character assassination because it, there's never been any point where she's expressed interest in this. It
Yeah.
seems to be that that's kind of the opposite
Well,
of
it's
what she
what
wants.
the doctor has made that decision on
Hmm.
behalf of her.
And it, I don't know, that to me feels like they went, okay, well, Shooty's not staying, so we've got to give him a reason to regenerate. Why would he do that? Oh, the kid that's been forgotten,
Hmm.
he's going to try and get that back, and we'll make that a reason.
Yeah.
But to get her back, it's like, well, where does she go? Oh, well, Belinda's her mum,
You
so
have to sacrifice Belinda.
yeah. I yeah, I don't think, I think there's
To be
much.
fair, him going through everything that he did through Wishworld and the Reality War, I think is enough to have him
Hmm.
regenerate. He did the whole Vindicator thing with Omega. Just say that took it out of him.
Well, there's even
Or
a
and
shot where he comes sort of crashing through on the glider,
yeah,
um, and I
yeah,
think he like goes through the beam
yeah,
or something.
yeah,
You could, yeah, it might feel a little bit
yeah.
like
But
shoehorned in, but
remember, Lux took a lot of his regeneration energy. That meant he was weaker.
yeah,
And then that the power from the Vindicator or whatever took an extra bit out of him. If Lux hadn't have taken the regeneration energy, he would have enough energy and strength and whatever to. You could explain it away a lot
I
better.
don't know how they didn't really tie
Think
it into
of to Lux,
Lux,
yeah.
because
He literally grew a whole body out of the Doctor, and you start to see the Doctor's chest and all
yeah,
of that. Like it was brilliant.
yeah, it's
Use
really really
it,
cool. But
yeah,
yeah, especially if you're going, I get that that wasn't the plan to use that to feed it in,
yeah. But
but when you go, okay, we've
I
got to
need a
come up with a reason to
regeneration.
regenerate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get why you don't go, oh well, but there was that thing earlier in the series where
Yeah,
we
well,
did
you just
stuff
have
with,
to do a throwaway line from like the Rani or from Mrs. Flood or Belinda or just someone to reference
yeah.
however you're gonna play it. Just reference back to Lux, and then you're like, oh, it ties in from right at the beginning when we saw
Hmm.
this happen, and it would be a bit more cleaner.
And I like I do like the sort of the core sort of concept on a character level of that the Doctor would sacrifice himself for
Yeah, because we've seen him
one
do it
child who he
before.
doesn't
Yeah,
really know
yeah,
or remember. Um, that's, yeah, that feels very in
Doctor,
character.
yeah,
Um,
and that does feel very Moffat as
yeah, yeah.
well.
Um, but yeah, that feels very in character. But I just feel like, I don't know. We've jumped through a lot of hoops to
To
get
get
to
there,
that
yeah.
point, and I don't think
I worry that
the
Poppy
landing really.
wasn't thought out as much as she should have been as well, because I do fear that Russell was just like, I really loved working with the I don't know what the actress's name is.
The young
Yeah,
girl,
Poppy.
Poppy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed working with Captain Poppy. I want to use her again, and then he found a way to use her again.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the whole? Again, sort of going back to the Ruby was maybe meant to be in season 2.
Mm.
The whole thing of that line in Space Babies where she says, "Oh no, we're not your mum and dad. Like I wish we were, but we're not."
Yeah, I wish it was Ruby because that would have made more sense.
Do you think that was? intentional.
Could have been.
Because that's the sort of like
Thinking,
forward
yeah,
thinking planning stuff that feels RTD1.
yeah,
That feels like a satisfying, like,
yeah,
you wouldn't know,
conclusion.
you wouldn't think anything of it at the time,
No.
and then looking back you
Back, you're
go,
like, oh,
ah, that was, yeah, that's a nice link.
yeah.
Whereas,
I mean, yeah, I could absolutely see that. 100%. And if that was the case, I would have really liked to have seen that kind of like sci-fi, sciencey aesthetic and design with the Rani.
how do you mean?
So, for example, like, you know, the opening shot when they go onto like the spaceship with all the space babies, and you've got the test tube, like
Mm-hmm.
thing, like all of that. And if you look at Mark of the Rani, like I said earlier,
Yeah.
with that kind of thing in the title, like all of that seems really like together. And if he, obviously we think that Mrs. Flood wasn't going to be the Rani, but if for some miraculous reason he did think Mrs. Flood was going to be the Rani, forward thinking, like that, all of that should have been linked instead of bringing Omega.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that would have been a much more satisfying ending, and you could even wrap up season 1 and 2 for if Disney didn't want to join, didn't want to renew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
I
I think that would have been neater.
I think the fact that they were planning for
Like
season
5
3 and 4,
seasons. Yeah.
I don't want to say overconfidence,
Mm.
because that feels loaded,
Yeah.
but I do think, like, even with like the whole Hooniverse thing,
Yeah. They were
and
expecting it to be more than 2 seasons.
and going in, and we're gonna have spin-offs, and it's gonna be on every year, and we're gonna,
Yeah.
it felt a little bit like, okay, like, I know this is what happened in 2005, like,
Yeah.
20 years ago, and you came in and everybody loved it and it took the world by storm.
Yeah.
But also, it's been on the telly for 20 years now. It's definitely sort of hit a low in terms of general consensus on the quality of it, and also, you know, like, just public, like, people even knowing that, oh, is that still on? Is that
Yeah.
still on? Like,
And we also have a different format of television.
exactly, like,
Fewer episodes,
so much has
so much
changed.
streaming.
I think maybe they came in and went, oh, well, we've done it before, we'll do it again, and everybody will love it.
Yeah.
And maybe not, maybe thought a little bit, put too much stock in, let's make it this massive brand, and, you know, the marketing, and it'll be this big universe connected spin-offs, and, you know.
I wonder how much of that was Russell and how much of that was Disney. Because Disney, in my eyes, ruined Marvel for me. When they started putting it on Disney Plus and churning out series and films, and things hadn't been written properly. Like, what one was it? What one was it? With Wanda, and was it?
Oh, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was written in 3 weeks. Was it that one that was written in 3 weeks? Or was it Shang-Chi? One of them, did I pronounce that right? Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. There was one of them that was literally written in 3 weeks. And you can tell it was written in 3 weeks. Like, it was like a whole 2 hour, I can't remember what it was.
I mean, but I think that's more because Disney have owned Marvel for probably about 10 years now.
Yeah, but I'm specifically
like the Disney
saying
Plus
the Disney Plus stuff.
yeah.
From there, from what they were churning out, started to ruin Marvel for me.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Who went on to Disney Plus, and they made it the universe, and they had these big grand points for the episode. Like, I feel like if you were to narrow down the episodes, you could make a long Marvel film, and it would be what would be on Disney Plus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but also I think I think it's something that Russell wanted,
Yeah.
and I think maybe that was a big sort of, you know, like, what's the word? Basically, like a big point of persuasion for Disney
Right.
when he's going, and we want to
We
make
want
it
to make it
massive. We
big.
want to
Yeah.
make it like Marvel, and
Mm.
and they're like, oh yeah,
Okay.
go on, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
As opposed to going, oh, we want to do this little TV show and sort of see how it runs, and
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
but also, I think the thing with so like the Hooniverse is specific to iPlayer. Like, I know we're getting War Between the Land and the Sea,
Yeah.
and obviously the new run of Doctor Who has been on Disney Plus
Yeah.
outside of the UK, but Disney don't have any of
Yeah, but obviously the
like,
beginning titles of all the season 2 stuff, season 1, like is all the Hooniverse stuff, isn't it?
yeah, but I don't know.
If that's on Disney.
I don't know if that's on Disney.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. But and surely, like, because obviously you've got, when they put, for the 60th, they put all the back catalogue of Classic on iPlayer.
Which I'm so glad about.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
And I imagine they had to jump through so many hoops to get that going.
Mm-hmm.
And but that's not on Disney Plus.
No.
The show 2005 to, like, Eccleston to Jodie
Yeah,
Whittaker, that's not
not
on
on.
Disney Plus.
Tales
of the TARDIS,
Yeah.
anything like that. Any of the spin-offs,
Class,
Torchwood, Class,
Sarah
Sarah
Jane.
Jane Adventures, Canine and Company.
Oh yeah.
Like, none of that's on there.
Yeah.
Which I think is even more of a baffling decision when you're bringing back, like, your big bads are, we're bringing back Sutek, we're bringing back the Rani, we're bringing back Omega.
Yeah,
And it
it's
kind of
not
being like,
publicly
oh, and if you
accessible
want
to
to,
everyone, yeah.
if you want to know more about who these people are, like, go and watch Mark of the Rani on BBC iPlayer.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's doing that. Like, the only people that are doing that are big Doctor Who fans who have either seen it already and already know who the Rani is,
Yeah.
or maybe there is, little Timmy who's going, oh, what's this? She's, coming back. But is he going to sit through an hour and a half of TV from the 80s?
Yeah.
Like, realistically? And also, have it... I feel like Doctor Who needs to stand on... That first Russell era was so good because it brought back a lot from the classic era.
Did, yeah.
You know? Especially with its villains.
Mm-hmm.
You got Daleks in Series 1, you got the Cybermen in Series 2.
As the big bads.
Yeah, as your big bads. The Master in Series 3, you got Davros in Series 4. We're also bringing back the Sontarans. Who else come back? Like, little throwaway references like the Macra.
Yeah.
Like, they're all peppered in.
Yeah.
All of the stuff with the time, like the sort of history and lore, the Time Lords, Gallifrey.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. All of that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was watching Doctor Who as a kid,
yeah, I didn't think to go.
Yeah,
oh.
Like, until maybe like Series 3, I wasn't aware that there'd been a classic era.
I was aware because my dad brought me the DVDs and I used to buy them from Asda.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Shout
believe
out
that?
to Asda.
I used to buy classic Doctor Who DVDs from Asda. Can you believe that? I used to go to the DVD section and there was like a whole, like genuinely like a whole
Doctor Who section.
Like, not a whole Doctor Who section, but like, okay, so should we say like there's like on the rack there's like 6 shelves, and at least at the end on those 6 shelves going from top to bottom there was 3 lines of different Doctor Who DVDs, like modern probably 2 shelves at the bottom, and then the rest were classic.
Mm-hmm.
For like a tenner. Anyway.
This is what I mean. But this is the chokehold that
Well, so that's the
the
only
show had on
yeah
culture
yeah.
in
And
Britain,
so,
sort of specifically.
but my point is that I only knew Classic Who existed from such a young age because my dad brought me my Dalek collection and my Planet of the Spiders,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there on I started watching Classic Who, but I didn't make the connection of, oh, this is what happened before, until I was
Right.
older.
It was just,
and then I was
this
like,
is more
oh, this
Doctor
is just
Who
more
stuff,
Doctor Who,
yeah.
and this is what happened because my Uncle Andy used to watch it when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So this is like my old Doctor Who, and this is
But
my new Doctor Who.
I think that's the thing. You don't need to know.
No.
Because Chris Eccleston swaggers onto the scene, and it's
Instant, yeah.
like, yeah, it's the same character, and we're not completely divorcing it,
No.
but it's fresh and it's new,
Mm-hmm.
and we're setting up new things, stuff like the Time War and all of that, but also we're bringing back the Daleks, and it's obvious that they've got a history, but that links to the Time War, which is set up here. It's not stuff I need to have prior knowledge of like,
exactly.
Oh, Sylvester McCoy destroyed Skaro in remembrance of the Daleks. Like, I don't need to know that. I didn't, and could enjoy it. Mm-hmm. When the Master comes back, that's a big thing because of how much it's been hammered home. I'm the last of the Time Lords. Just every 5 minutes, I'm the last of the Time Lords, Martha. Martha, have you heard? I'm the last of the Time Lords. But like, so when he comes back, I don't know who the Master is.
No. But you know that the Doctor's not the last one anymore.
We know he's not the last one, and we know that it's bad news, and we know that it's significant because of how much
setup from season 1 and 2.
But also how much significance it's given in the episode, in the story. Yeah. And Murray Gold's going mad on the score. Mm-hmm. Like, we've got like Graham Harper's going nuts with the direction.
Yeah.
Tennant's baring his teeth, going.
Yeah.
Like, Derek Jacobi's
killing
impeccable.
it. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I don't need to know.
Go back and watch the entire of the third Doctor's.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't know who Roger Delgado was or even looked like.
Yeah.
Until I was in my teens.
Yeah.
So when I'm like 8 years old watching that, I don't know who Davros is.
No.
Who? Oh, he's the creator of the Daleks. Cool.
Cool. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you can do that with these villains that we've had brought back in this era.
Yeah.
Sutek. He's a big sort of godlike figure that it sort of is obsessed with life and death and sort of transcend it. Like,
I'm not happy with how Sutek was handled at all.
But that's what I mean. I think you can bring him back, do him justice.
Yeah.
But not be like, oh, everybody, I'm going to tell you about Pyrrhons of Mars.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Banger though.
It does, yeah, banging episode. But if kids want to watch it, or adults want to watch it,
also if they want to, they've got Tales of the TARDIS. To be fair, you didn't have to.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also like if I don't know how interested I'd have been as a kid, if the iPlayer were a thing, watching Utopia and going, oh, I've got to go and watch Terror of the Autons now. Like, I know you would have, but like, I just, because that was so far removed for me from what Doctor Who was.
Yeah.
And like, I love Classic Who now, but that's only because I've sort of grown up and can stomach like older media, and I'm used to like the pacing being a lot slower and things being a bit more like a play and all of those things that, whereas Doctor Who when I was a kid was everybody's running about and there's explosions and it's David Tennant in a big long coat.
Yeah.
Who's this bloke in a bloody clown outfit with pink curly hair? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Colin.
Pink curly hair.
Did I say pink?
You said pink curly hair. That's why I got confused.
It's a timeless Doctor. It's fine.
I got the clown, and then you're like, and pink curly hair.
Yeah.
When did he dye his hair?
Well, see, this
Is
is
it
the
just-
this is the kind of stuff that gets left in when we're not editing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I wouldn't have like I remember I would have been about 7, 8, and it was like between Doctor Who series. It was one summer I remember, and there used to be a thing on, I think it was like Virgin Media we had back in the day.
Yeah.
Like an on-demand sort of.
Oh yeah.
Like films.
Yeah.
And I'd recently like rewatched all of like series 2.
Yeah.
And I'd got the series 1 box set, which I'd watched because I watched everything out of order. You know, because I didn't come to it. I only came in with David Tennant.
Yeah.
But I remember there being like my mum flicking down the films and it saying there was something Doctor Who related there, and I was like,
mine.
Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we rent it? Like,
yeah.
And she was like, it's. I don't know if you're gonna like it. Like it's, and it was one of the Cushing films.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Doctor Who and the Daleks.
Nice.
And I was like, no, it's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who. So we rented it, and I got about 10 minutes in and was like, what's this? Because my brain couldn't compute.
I wish
something from the 60s.
Yeah.
Be like, it just did. I was like, oh, this isn't. I don't know.
I couldn't even imagine if it was outside of the Cushing films and it was like William Hartnell.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your attention
imagine
span
if I was
then?
like, oh, Doctor Who, Doctor Who,
Yeah.
and like put bloody, I don't know, the Smugglers on. Like, I'd have, yeah, it just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I
think I was pretty lucky that my kind of introduction to Classic Who was Pertwee and Baker.
Yeah, because I think the first classic story I ever watched was Remembrance.
Nice.
Because they were coming out with, do you remember the DVD Files magazine? And you'd get like a...
Oh, my first DVD Files was the 5 Doctors.
Oh, okay.
I think. Or that one I specifically remember.
Because they went through... It was basically a magazine, and each week you'd get a DVD, which was just like a vanilla DVD release specific for that, and there were no special features or anything.
Yeah.
It would just have 2 episodes of Doctor Who, starting from series 1, and then just making your way through.
Yeah.
And then once they got to like, what?
It was series 4, wasn't it? And then they started doing classics.
Yeah, like 28 issues or whatever the numbering is. They realised, oh, we've not got any more Doctor Who to put on these, but we want to keep making the magazine.
Yeah.
So they were like,
my first...
we'll do classic Doctor Who.
Yeah,
so
my
they started
first
putting
classic
stories
Time
on
Files was the 5 Doctors.
Of the classic era. So the first one of those was Remembrance of the Daleks.
Yeah.
I remember being like, okay, I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I still would have been like 10.
Yeah. I'm
struggling a little bit, but it's closer to, you know.
Yeah.
I think that McCoy era is probably closest to Russell's era. It's sort of in everything, which I guess you kind of it makes sense because it's
the ending of that run, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of the closest together the most modern Classic Who was. But yeah, it took me a long while to be able to get into Classic Who.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, like I'd put those DVD files on, and like I used to watch them because my nan used to get them for me.
Yeah, my grandma used to get mine every Sunday.
So I used to I'd stay at my nan's one weekend and we'd like put one on.
Okay.
But I'd sit like drawing or something.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like doing something else whilst it was on.
Right.
And she'd kind of be more into it than I was.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, Tom, I remember him with that bloody scarf.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, but I don't think that having knowledge of the 60 years that's come before should be a prerequisite for enjoying this that
No.
was kind of marketed as a soft reboot.
Yeah.
This isn't at all.
Yeah. No, it's not.
The only difference is
Yeah.
that it's on Disney
Yeah.
and it's got a bit more of a budget.
Yeah.
But there's no real.
The Chibnall era was more of a soft
Yeah.
reboot than
Yeah.
this era.
Series 11 feels more like a
More.
season 1
Yeah.
than
Then
Shooty season 1.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is.
yeah, I don't know if it is it because we're so used to Russell's writing. Maybe.
I think.
Or even is it because our first RTD one is the gig? No, it's not the giggle. Is the Star Beast? So we've got Tennant back. So it's kind of like nostalgia-y as well. Not nostalgia-y. That's not the right. Well, I mean it is, but it's kind of like his ending was David Tennant and his new beginning is David Tennant. So it doesn't feel like it's a restart for us because it's picking up where we left off, but it's also not.
But I do in my head when I think of the start of RTD2, I'm thinking the
Space
Church on
Babies?
Ruby Road.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
And I do think of the 60th specials as like that little bridge.
Oh, okay.
Which I think they were calling it.
Well, that's what they were. Yeah.
I do think of it as that bridge period.
Fair.
And then, bam, Ncuti Gatwa is the Doctor.
Yeah.
And I know there's people that will say, well, no, like everybody just wanted Russell to do Rose again, and it's like, no, I don't want Rose again.
No.
But also,
if you want to bring back the Autons, okay.
But also, like if you're gonna do like a kind of reboot, I think the sort of principles
following the same structure,
or just the whole idea of like, okay, back to basics, let's reintroduce.
Well, that's what I mean by structure. Follow that same
and
idea of
and not sort of just be so reliant on
people's
the past.
knowledge. Yeah.
And that's both like past as in the classic era, but
and
also just like
New Who.
yeah. Yeah, it's the whole thing's kind of bizarre to me. I do look forward to in about 20 years time when we get like the collection set for season 1 and knowing what the what was actually intended and all the sort of behind the scenes fallout and what's gone on, because it screams to me.
Well, I think
like
that
this wasn't the plan, but we're trying to paper over the cracks.
I think that was kind of noticeable from the start of season 1.
Yeah.
I think they had from like season 1 writing plus, they had issues regardless of that could be anywhere from Ncuti busy schedule to then fall out of season 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think there was always some issues or something going on.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell in the way that season 1 and 2 have come out and the product.
Yeah. And I think it's a shame because I didn't love season 1.
No. I like the issue with season 1 is I appreciated it in single episodes.
Yeah, there were some in there that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
There was some in there that I didn't like.
Well,
really.
There's some I won't ever watch.
But it's not all like a complete write off.
No, absolutely
but I think when the story arc fails,
yeah,
that's kind of what's like when I think of Doctor Who season 1.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the Who's Ruby's Mum, Sutek coming back.
Yeah, you're not thinking, oh yeah, 73 Yards was really good, Dot and Bobble was really good.
Yeah, it's
The Devil's Cord
which is a shame, and that's exactly what's happened
happened.
with
Well, that's
this
exactly
one.
what kind of audience responses is. Everyone's kind of forgotten about the really good start
Mhm.
to season 2, like really heavy, like what do we have, like 6 out of 6 banging episodes, like genuinely
Mhm.
banging episodes, because the finale just didn't
Because
hit.
Revolution I thought was good.
Yeah,
Looks I thought was great.
loved it.
The Well I thought was great.
Yeah,
Lucky Day I thought was
it was solid. I really liked
yeah,
it.
pretty
Yeah,
good. Story in the Engine was great.
great. Yeah,
Interstellar Song Contest I know contentious, but like generally I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Um, and then
see, I really enjoyed Wish World, but the Reality War just didn't quite land.
yeah, I think what it was for me with Wishworld, I kind of I was going, oh, there's a lot here, and I don't think this is gonna. So I couldn't really get
Yeah, into it.
that invested
See,
because I kind of feared that it was not gonna.
I think what Wish World has on my side is that is something, the concept and the aesthetic
Mm,
of its design and all those kind of principles are my kind of thing.
yeah,
So I really enjoyed it because that's the sort of thing that I really like,
yeah,
that kind of concept. So that was a win for
and
me.
sometimes the story just does just gel with you just
Yeah,
on vibes and
yeah,
like yeah, but I think it's a shame that the finale has kind of soured
pretty much 90% of the
all
audience
of the
is.
goodwill that the rest of the series had
Yeah,
kind of garnered.
yeah.
Um, Especially because the the response to that early run,
Mm.
I think especially those first 3
Yeah.
were like night and day compared to the after season 1,
Yeah.
like coming off the back of that everyone was fairly deflated and kind of
Mm-hmm.
being like, no, it's not, like this era is not working. And then
We get Robot Revolution, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Doctor Who's back!"
yeah,
And that was the comment for the past 6 episodes.
hmm
Oh, Doctor Who is so back, baby.
and then one finale comes and kind of
Well, it was the Interstellar Song Contest that really blew.
yeah, that's true.
That
That kind of didn't help.
Yeah.
Um,
I do wonder what the response would have been if that had been a different ending or some sort of different consequence,
mm,
and the resolution was justified.
mm.
I wonder what the response would have been for the finale. I wonder if it had been better or worse.
Yeah, I I don't think it would have changed much,
Do you not
honestly.
think?
I think
Because I think that deflated people, and then we went into Wish World, which didn't get a good response, which deflated it further. Then we got the ending that we did on the Reality War, and then that kind of just really set.
I think it's the fact that like although the episodes in isolation were like people on the whole really enjoyed them.
Mm.
I think because you've got those through lines of the story arc of Mrs. Flood popping up and how's he going to get Belinda home, and I think because all of those things then pay off in the finale, it means that it kind of like echoes back and like ripples back through those other episodes. So the season as a whole is kind of a bit like
Right.
But I
What were your expectations going into season 2?
was trepidatious, but everything we'd kind of seen of like from the trailers and stuff, and like those little glimpses of Belinda's character, and being like, okay, maybe we're
We're back on
we're
it. Yeah,
back,
yeah.
and maybe we're getting a bit more, um, diving a bit deeper than sort of surface level, and not, yeah, not sort of doing as much like nostalgia, sort of forcing that in, and
Mm.
all these mystery boxes and stuff. And then, yeah, those things did crop up again,
Mm.
which, yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really, because I want to be able to be like, I really enjoyed this,
Mm-hmm.
because I did,
Yeah.
but also I can't. It's really difficult for me to sort of compartmentalize.
Now
Oh,
you
I
know how it
enjoyed.
ends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed these stories. When I think of season two, I am just thinking of the
The
finale.
finale. Yeah.
And maybe there's a sort of recency bias in that, or
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I think that's probably the same for a lot of people.
I think that's the majority, to be honest.
Um, but generally, I think season two was really good, and a much sort of stronger. That felt like the
It definitely was the stronger between the two.
yeah, and I think it felt more confident. It felt,
Yeah. Well,
um
it felt like everyone kind of got their I was gonna say got their feet, found their feet.
yeah,
It felt a bit more like, okay, we're writing Doctor Who,
yeah, we
and
know what we're
we
doing
know,
now.
yeah, we've
Like,
got this.
we've got found the groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all kind of came crumbling down a little bit.
Mm.
And I think part of that is obviously because of the necessity of the reshoots and stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, as we've said, like Russell is an incredible writer,
Yeah.
and it's not the first time he's had to write around things,
Yeah.
sort of out of his control, and still make it feel coherent and like it
Exactly.
was the plan.
That's why
Like,
I
part of the ways, like, I know that it wasn't like he'd written that story and then Chris decided he wanted to leave, and they had to kind of, oh, okay, can we come back and,
but think of the
but still,
regenerate. That is my favorite regeneration
hmm
ever.
and I think it's because it feels
Intentional.
intentional. It feels connected. It feels earned.
Yeah.
Um, I, yeah. So overall,
Mm.
how are you feeling?
I It's hard because I haven't actually gone back and really rewatched any of it.
No, I haven't.
Since the reality war,
Hmm.
I have been watching really a lot of classic stuff, but I've just been comforts. I've
Hmm.
haven't so I don't know how I would feel going back and
Sort of
watching it into it.
revisiting.
Yeah, because and it's sad because you know how excited I was about Lux,
Mm.
and that was like up there in one of my favorite Doctor Who episodes, and now I think about it and I don't not that I don't get that excited anymore, but I watch that episode over and 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 over again, and I haven't even thought to pick it back up since the reality war.
Mm.
So that's I thought it started off really good. It just didn't quite land.
Mm. Yeah.
I still think I need a little bit more time to pass before I can pick it back up again.
And so where do we think this leads us heading into a potential season 3?
If season 3 happens, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the boss will get picked up again. I don't know if that's the last we've heard of that. I don't know if Susan will come back again. We've still got Rogue. and Rogue's not going to have that dynamic. I mean, Billy's not going to be the Doctor. I don't think she's the 16th Doctor, so we've got to get through that first, and then see who
Get through that.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, get through whatever that becomes,
Mm-hmm.
to then think about who the 16th Doctor's going to be, and then you've got to think of the dynamics moving forward. Are they still going to have the same intentions? What were the Doctor? Because the Doctor was doing something before he got involved with Belinda, because that was an accident. So are they going to go back to doing whatever that was? Are we just going to have another fresh start? Are we going to keep doing fresh reboot? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't really know what comes next now.
I'd put money on the fact that Disney aren't picking this up.
Yeah.
I
think we would have heard something by now.
Yeah. And especially with...
I quite like the idea of Netflix picking it up.
Yeah.
Because there was like talk of like Black Mirror-esque.
Like an anthology kind of thing.
Type of route, yeah.
See,
I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah, I think... And I'd quite like to see a sort of Doctor Who anthology series, but as a spin-off. Like as an extra...
Yeah, not an actual
to the main show.
In-universe
I want it to have character arcs and sort of
what it's meant to do and meant to be.
Yeah. Just have it as an ongoing drama.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with Netflix is they again like to bring stuff on. If it doesn't work, okay.
Yeah, let's just cut it.
Yeah.
They're very happy to cut things.
Yeah. The other big one that was kind of...
Was it Hulu?
Floated was HBO Max.
HBO Max, that was it.
Who...
I know it began with a H.
Until recently had all of New Who on... Like, that was the home for it.
Oh, okay.
Like, in the States.
Yeah.
And I think probably elsewhere in a few other places. But I don't think that's being renewed. But I did see some people that were saying, sort of suggesting, like, if that were to be renewed alongside,
yeah,
you know. But then there's the whole thing of, like, how, like, do Disney still retain the rights to what we've had so far of RTD2? Because you'd imagine they would.
Yeah.
Whether they want to keep that on the platform or not is their prerogative. You know, they quite like just deleting stuff.
Yeah.
Which would mean there wouldn't be a way to access that.
Yeah.
For international viewers.
Yeah.
Which I think is a major, like...
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if it were to move to another streaming platform, they probably wouldn't be able to have 60th season 1 and 2 on there.
Right.
Because
Disney.
It's Disney's.
Yeah.
So Netflix would be coming in with Doctor Who season 3.
But without season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd have to be a new season then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
God, how many season and series and are we going to end up having?
Or they just kind of market it as...
Doctor Who, episode 1.
Yeah, or just like, it is season 3, but...
Sorry, Gibson just jumped off and scared me to death.
Or they keep it as season 3, but sort of promote it as a bit... Like they did with Jodie's first season.
Yeah.
Like, it is
Series 11
but it's... You can join us now, because...
Yeah. New Doc.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having Shooty's Regeneration into Billy and then not being able to watch that and going in on Netflix to Billy's "oh hello," and then
Yeah, like
could you imagine? No, do you know what? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that happens? This is never gonna happen, but could you imagine Shooty regenerating on Disney Plus and then Netflix picking it up, and then Shooty decides, actually, yeah, I've got some free time now. I'll come back and we'll do like a little stunt thing. So it's like Billy's face, like hello, and then goes back into Shooty Gatwa, and everyone's like going crazy. Could you
just saying,
imagine?
oh hello,
Hello,
see ya,
bye, and it's Shooty again. But you can't watch season 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's very, very messy.
Yeah.
And I imagine quite the headache for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
So I don't envy them.
I can't wait for season 3. I just want to know. I am excited because I'm still fine and happy about regeneration into Billy. As long as conceptually it's and the writing's well written and it all is considered and good, I'm very excited for what could come of that.
Let's talk about Billy.
Billie Piper.
Billie Piper. William Piper. Yeah, I still feel the same about it.
Yeah.
I think, which is I can deal with it. I'm not like, oh, this has ruined the show, or
Yeah.
but I don't really like it in concept. I do think it's a last minute sort of panic.
Yeah.
Billy, will you come and do this? And sort of, maybe hoping that would give a bump to, sort of interest in the show.
Yeah.
And maybe that would spur Disney on to like pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least spur other
Someone
platforms
to pick it up. Yeah.
But I don't know, it does feel a bit, I think especially after like so soon after Tennant coming back.
Yeah.
It kind of, I feel like, and it's not just this era that's guilty of it. I think it's the Moffat era was very the sort of what started this, but like regeneration doesn't really feel special.
I've seen a lot of people say, well, I just give up with the concept of regeneration now because it doesn't feel like it was initially planned, like how it initially was meant to be. It doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah, and like regeneration originally was like conceptualized to give an in-universe explanation and work around for
new actors,
production,
yeah,
sort of behind the scenes stuff of Bill Hartnell like not being like healthy enough to continue,
right? Yeah.
So it's obviously it comes from circumstance,
yeah,
like real world stuff, but I think that's still written in as a death for this character of sorts. It feels, I think,
watered down now.
Yeah, and I think because we've had so many like sort of extra doctors.
Yeah.
We've had the War Doctor, which I
was fine with. Yeah, that's not a.
And then we had the Fugitive Doctor, which kind of like
I'm on the
fence.
I think I'll always be on the fence because it just, in my head, it doesn't make sense to me that we have doctors before, but in the realm of Timeless Children, the Timeless Child arc, like it works, and like I can see that that the Doctor having other lives before we were introduced to the Doctor.
But also, I think the Timeless Children as a whole of the fact that like, yeah, okay, so numbered Doctors we've had 15.
Yeah.
And then we've had like 2 extras.
Yeah.
But also, with the Timeless Children, we could have thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and that in itself isn't interesting to me.
No.
The fact that like, there could be infinite Doctors.
No.
No.
That doesn't interest me. Because I like the Timeless Child concept. I've said this 1,000 times. I like the I like the Timeless Child concept. I don't like it being the Doctor.
Yeah.
That's how that is. But where the story is the experimental side of it. That's where the story is. That's where the interest is. And then a reflection of the Time Lords and that whole scenario. That's exciting. That's interesting. Way more than thinking about having 1,000 Doctors beforehand and all the fugitive stuff. And I'm not interested in really any of that.
Yeah.
The core principle and experimentation and reflection of what the Time Lords are and mean and how they are in that whole system. That's what I'm really interested in.
That's the interesting stuff in that concept, and it's also the stuff that isn't
we've never seen, and and that's really sad.
Yeah, but I think, you know, it kind of it dilutes it, and even to a certain extent, like Tennant coming back and being 14, and this is the Doctor, but for 3 episodes, and now we've got the Doctor.
Yeah,
and
for 2 episodes.
Like,
for 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yeah, like
but when you think about it, it's only 8 episodes, and then we don't see him in 2 of them. Oh, not 8. Hold on, how many would it be?
Yeah, like it's been a really short run, and like I'm not saying when somebody gets the role they need to be contractually obligated to do 5 years or whatever.
Absolutely not. But
it
feels like we've had a lot of Doctors in a very short space of time,
which kind of retroactively makes them, I don't know, they leave less of an impression, I think, because you know, especially like when you think when we were growing up, as like, I know obviously you started with Eccleston, but like for even just 4 years, David Tennant was Doctor
the Doctor
Who. Like, that's Doctor Who.
Like, when you think of like Toys R Us, you think of David Tennant on the big banner, Doctor Who, the red time vortex with like the gold glow, and him there with his Sonic right in the middle. You think of David Tennant, and then you just got Series 2.
And that was
Toys.
That was only 4 years.
Yeah.
And he just is, like, that actor is that role.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many people, like, it feels a little bit like, shoot, he's not really had the time to
have that,
put his flag in the ground and be like, I am Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we spoke a few weeks ago about how Chris only did 1 year. But I think it came in with such a strong, like, mission statement, and like, it was bold.
He and Billy really brought it.
Yeah, they just came in and kicked the door down and went, this is us, this is what Doctor Who is now. And I think especially because it was so different to people's sort of memories or preconceptions of what Doctor Who is or should be or whatever.
And it was new for what was in that time as well.
Exactly, yeah. And I think majority of people would have forgotten or not really cared about what had come before.
Yeah.
And then the people who it's really for, the kids, that was it. This was Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So he came in and really made his stamp.
Yeah.
As did David, as did Matt, as did Peter, as did Jodie. Like, I think they all came in and were because they for a significant amount of time were the Doctor.
Yeah. Jodie was the longest Doctor. I know it was by default because of where timings, but she's been the longest modern Doctor, hasn't she?
Yeah.
That was the thing. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
she's
all
the
fairly close.
Yeah.
Um,
But then you think of that time scale towards what we've got now.
yeah, and it's just a bit sad.
Yeah.
And it feels like,
I would have liked to have seen at least another season with Shooty.
yeah,
I think the thing that's worse is because both seasons haven't quite had their flag in the sand moments, and because individual episodes are good but the story arcs haven't landed, whereas you say what you want about Chibnall, like I can sit and watch his runs, and they did have, I don't, how am I going to word this?
I really have no idea what you're about to say.
No. I'm going to forget that sentence. I think maybe it's just unfortunate that Shooty, because the 2 seasons haven't landed and they needed to, that's kind of put not a damper on his Doctor, but as you're saying about establishing Doctors, maybe that's one of the reasons why he can't.
I think that's what it is. It just kind of it casts a shadow over the whole era, which unfortunately casts a shadow over that character.
Yeah.
And by association, sort of Shooty. Like,
I don't think
I don't think
that.
I don't think it casts a shadow over him as an actor, but like, because he is.
I think people will argue with you because I know a lot of people feel so strongly about the 15th Doctor and how that's their Doctor, and like he's one of the best Doctors,
and that's great. That's brilliant. I don't know. I think it's just a shame that we've. That Regeneration feels a little bit. It feels less of a big, like, dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, game-changing thing, and feels a bit more of a gimmick.
I was gonna say, because now, although visually it's big and explosive, and wow, looking at it emotionally and like conceptually, it doesn't meet the visuals anymore. Like I still can feel Tennant's regeneration. Every time I watch it, I can still feel it, and I still cry to this day. Not every time, depends where I'm at. But I still shed a tear. I still cry over Matt Smith's regeneration.
Yeah.
Like, I still can get emotional over Capaldi's. You know how I feel about it. But like, yeah, now I don't get the same reaction out of a regeneration than I did back then.
Yeah. I think it should sort of come with a thump.
Yeah.
Like, it should be, this is massive.
Yeah.
And
I think they also obviously didn't tell anyone, and it was never announced and stuff, so that I think they could try and get that thump.
Yeah, and kind of have it as a more surprise. Yeah.
And that still didn't feel enough.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I kind of don't really know how I feel.
I don't really know how I feel about
how what do you think? So we've spoken before about like our theory on who Billie Piper is playing, or how that's happened. What do you think is the most likely sort of outcome for what form Doctor Who takes now? Do you think it will just be a BBC backed thing, like BBC and Bad Wolf? Do you think they will find a streamer in like HBO or Netflix or someone? Do you think we're getting a special or some specials or
I
a
think
full series or
I think it will be a case of them going, okay, let's get some specials out with Billy while we're on, because even after Land Between War in the Sea, why can't I ever say this title
it's
correctly?
because it's a really, it doesn't roll off the tongue at all.
And because
That's as a title of a,
I keep shortening it down to The Land Between,
it's the War Between.
and it's not. It's The War Between. Literally, right in Mallorca, I was walking out of the sea pretending to be a sea devil. Right, we all know this. We all know the shot. We all know the classic shot of the sea devil in the sea. I was writing out. I was walking out the thing, pretending to be a sea devil. I was laughing. Sam was just like, "What's going on?" And then we started talking when we were in the sea. I started talking about it, and I couldn't say it then either. I can't get my words around the war between the land and the sea.
I keep forgetting it's happening.
That's good.
Like I genuinely I think that's the maybe the main reason that Disney haven't officially gone, we're not continuing with this.
Because they've still got the war between. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've like
Yeah.
they're still attached.
Yeah, so they kind of.
And I think that's also, I think maybe behind the scenes, they've gone, yeah, we'll get this out, but we're not gonna be renewing.
Right.
And also, I don't think the BBC or Russell or Bad Wolf or any of the team will say, "Oh, we're not going to be continuing with,"
Yeah.
Um.
Anyway, as I was saying, I think. Sorry, tangent happened. I think because we've still got the war between.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Everyone clap for me. Applause. Because we've still got the war between, I think to kind of fix that gap, because we're going to have a couple of years, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll do some specials, try and get the hype back up with Billy. I think it would kind of be like the Star Beast, Wild Blue Yonder. I was going to say Wild Between then. Jeez. I've had zero sleep. Wild Blue Yonder, Giggle, that kind of situation maybe with Billy.
Mm-hmm.
And then season 3 will happen. That's what I'm predicting. That's the only logical route that I can see, because they're going to want to try and get some things out.
Yeah.
It's too late now for a Christmas special.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to happen. New Year special, that's not going to happen. So it'll be, I don't know. We'll see what happens after. We might get some news after the war between. There might be some little thing at the end of that, maybe.
Yeah.
To give us some kind of direction. They might do a second series of that. Between.
Nah.
No?
No.
If it's unit based, they might do another unit spin-off.
They're not going to concentrate on that over, like,
the main show.
Just be doing everything they can
to get the main show.
To get the main show back on its feet, yeah.
You never know. There might be a whole Sea Devil human love story that we need a second series arc for.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Because
I've seen The Shape of Water. It's fine. Yeah, I don't. I think you could be right. I think it would be one special.
I do think one.
I don't think Billy would do multiple.
Why not?
Like, as in with what I think, who Billy's playing. With
I
the
can't
whole,
remember
like,
who you said she was playing.
The same as you, like the whole.
Oh, the whole TARDIS.
Yeah.
Thing. It depends how. Not long he strings that out for, but what
That's what I mean. I don't think there's
stories
enough,
and do you not think there's enough
story in there to.
It depends if we end up with a streaming service, and the episodes turn into 20 minutes, or like half an hour episodes.
Oh God.
Could you imagine?
Well. Yeah, but then I don't think you're not going to be like the 20-minute special. Like,
When we go back to Classic Who, and we've got 5 to 7 different parts.
Also, if you can hear a difference in the audio, Kat is currently eating a strawberry lace, which she decided to have a munch on. What? Like, I saw you pick it up and thought, I'll fill for a bit here, like I'll talk, and you immediately interrupted me with your mouthful. So I tried to do
I
you a
didn't think
solid.
you'd notice, to be honest.
I tried to do you a solid, and then you're talking your nose. No.
I'm hungry, okay? I've worked all day. I haven't had dinner yet. It is now currently 9:15.
Well, sorry.
What are my Mackies?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I could see there being
Yeah,
a
maybe
special.
three specials is probably pushing it, but yeah.
I think
It'll be. I'll let you talk in a second. It will.
That'd be nice.
You know, when I ask you a question, then don't let you answer. Yeah, maybe I agree with you, and it'll be like a 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 20-minute. You know, like End of Time was.
Yeah, like a feature length.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them doing that, but I genuinely think. Yeah, I don't think Russell's sort of thought. I do think it was a.
I don't think it was like a stunt. I do think he has an idea of what he's going to do with it.
But again, I don't think that's properly fleshed out. Because also, he might have an idea of what he wants to do with it. He might not have a program to do it in.
Hey, Doctor Who's coming back.
No, it'll come back, but like.
Don't make me have a panic attack.
No, it will come back, but like, in what form, where, and when.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it's all well and good saying like, oh, Billy will come back. Like, if it turns out that they're, trying to get on Netflix or whatever, and by the time all that's gone through, it's like, oh, okay, so we'd need to be shooting like late 2026 for and Billy's like, oh, I'm booked.
Yeah.
It's all a bit of a. Everything's just up in the air, really.
To be fair, they could just be filming now. She's blonde, and she keeps getting her roots done.
They could
because
be.
you can tell like you could with season 2, you can tell when Billy gets her roots done, like with all her pictures that she's taking.
The turnaround for, because I was looking at it, the turnaround for like Christmas specials, like filming to broadcast, like the early sort of RTD ones would film around July.
Yeah.
Which is why the Runaway Bride is like, it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and they're like baking.
Yeah.
But I think it might even be one of Matt's Christmas specials, like finished filming in like mid-November.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, post-production on Disney Who has been like taken a lot longer than it would have in like 2011 or whenever it was. So maybe that turnaround wouldn't be feasible, but I don't know, maybe.
I'm just going to be waiting. The indicator is going to be Billy's hair. I'm just waiting. As soon as she changes its colour.
The indicator for me will be when they announce it. But you keep checking her hair out.
I am. Every picture I'm like, are you still blonde? Are your roots still getting done? Are you having it chopped to the same length because you need it to be the same length because you're going to be filming at some point? I'm going to go full investigate because I can't see her wearing a wig again because she wigged for that shot, but she dyed it now, and she's been ginger, redhead, brunette for a long time to then go back to blonde. I mean, she could just go back to blonde, but
yeah. She could just be dyeing her hair.
Let me hold on to something.
I think that's what it is. I really don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the Billy special would be
Billy special. Love it.
Yeah.
The Billy special.
The Billy special.
It's piping hot. Piper ing hot.
We need to wrap this up. Um, yeah, I think maybe that could be just in-house BBC.
Yeah.
Or Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
And if they promoted it as a sort of, yeah, maybe as a festive thing, like, it's a feature length thing, and it's Billie Piper's back, and try and bank on that a little bit, whilst they sort of scramble
for
to
season 3.
work out
What was going on?
what's going on. But I don't really necessarily want a.
I don't want a scrambled season 3.
No, I was
want a
going to
nice
say
plan
in terms
thought
of
out.
in terms of like directly next, I don't really want a story of the Bad Wolf, like.
It depends.
And
It depends where they go with it. It depends where they
it
go with
does,
it.
but again, to me, it's the same thing of that whole like nostalgia.
This is when I was walking to the bus this morning.
Mhm.
This is what I was thinking about, because I feel like if they're trying to bank on kind of trying to get it to the heights that it became when it was 2005, because we bring so much back in this season alone, like of Russell's, like the Delta Wave, and do you know what I mean? Like it is very rustly. It is like very bring things back, rustly nostalgia. So I think he's focusing on the wrong things. He thinks these big things that everyone loved in this run, like Bad Wolf Rose, Delta Wave, Midnight, all of these big things, were so big, but he's forgetting what led them to become so big.
Yeah.
Kind of banking on what they used to be instead of the journey that it took to get them to the heights that they are.
Yeah, and it's that same thing. Like the reason so much of that first era worked was because it was new and it was fresh.
The storytelling, the character drama.
Like it didn't rely on what had come before.
Yeah.
It did its own thing.
Yeah.
And they were just telling good stories.
Yeah.
And focusing on those stories and those characters and all of that drama, and it naturally got to those heights.
Yeah.
I don't know if Doctor Who's ever going to get to those heights again, realistically, because I think when it came along,
with the right team,
I think when it came along, there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think you can recreate that, and I think trying to recreate that
is Doctor Who's downfall.
Is what's doing it in.
Yeah.
Don't run before you can walk.
Yeah.
Like, don't come in and try and make the biggest show, and it's gonna be bigger and better and like crazier and wilder, and it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be a whole universe, and just come in, make a good show.
Yeah.
And if it's good, generally people will watch it and it will become bigger.
Yeah.
But you can't artificially manufacture that.
Yeah.
And I think when you set your sights on that, it only highlights all the more when it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I worry a little bit that that's
what we've been getting.
Yeah. And I think maybe getting Billie in is kind of symptomatic of that thought process and that kind of.
It could also be really, really interesting.
It could,
and a really exciting story.
I think, like, it was great having David back for the 60th.
Yeah.
Like David and Catherine, and I think they could have. Personally, I think they could have done more with.
Yeah.
That as a concept, but even just on the surface level of like, oh, these two are really good, aren't they? Like,
yeah.
it's nice to have them back. And then, but it wasn't just that. It's nice to have them back, and they're in some good stories.
Do you think that they'll 14 and Billie? Do you think the TARDIS will end up crashing into Donna's back garden?
I
Do you think it will end up in the same place, and we'll get as wherever 14's jetting off to now? And
I don't know. I There's part of me that thinks, oh God, yeah, probably.
I don't think it should. I'm just asking you a
Yeah,
question.
I don't know. I don't think.
I don't think after the responses, I don't think Russell would do that. Do you think?
But also, I don't know if he'd be able to help himself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because
ah,
Russell would just have to text Tennant, and he'd be like, "Yeah, let's go."
yeah, like David will come back for like anything.
Yeah.
Bless him. But
To be fair, and people like say that about Tennant, but if I was the Doctor at some point and I got asked to come back, I'd jump at every opportunity.
yeah, I don't mean that as a criticism.
No.
Like,
I know. I'm just saying, like, that is like a big criticism of like, oh, Tennant comes back for. Yeah, I would too.
yeah, like
Any opportunity, cameo, full episode, whatever, I'll be there.
I'm kind of surprised that they did with that regeneration, that they didn't somehow try and tie it back to David as 14 and have this little second bridge sort of we don't really know what's going on period.
Not exist anymore, and 14's the proper Doctor. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Oh,
but
oh.
like no, that'd be awful.
Oh, okay. What are you trying to say? Sorry, I'm confused.
Like just being like, oh, Shooty's regenerating, like Shooty's going, we don't really know what's going on. We've got another Doctor that's about.
Maybe something interesting could happen at the same time as.
Yeah. And maybe doing something where 14 becomes aware that
Shooty's regenerating.
Yeah,
and he starts to regenerate at the same time.
Or like do something.
I don't know. Yeah.
And even just for like a little sort of thing to keep us tided over, a little bit like the 60th was. We had 14th Doctor adventures.
Well, that was my second thought, literally just then before you said that. Like, I'm surprised they haven't, or maybe they are possibly thinking about 14 adventures in the interim.
Well,
he's still the Doctor.
It kind of acts as a, I know this was a big sort of criticism of it at the time.
Yeah. Like, you don't have enough trust in Shooty to have 14 still about.
Yeah. And that's not what I took from it.
Neither
personally.
did I.
But also, I don't think it's a safety net. No. But also,
it's a good
if you
one.
needed to use it as a safety net,
it's there.
Like it's pretty good. And maybe there's a thing of like, oh, and now we're going back to David Tennant, but like, also, we've gone to Billie Piper.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they've wanted to avoid
going
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it means that he's not the next Doctor. You just have a Doctor, yeah. And it kind of makes sense to be the one
that's still knocking about.
That's still about, and then maybe you can actually wrap up that arc.
Yeah.
With him, at the end of that special or mini series or whatever you wanted to do, you have him regenerate, like, or however bi-generation
works,
like reverses, or not, but finish it. I don't know.
You can put an arc to the end, not end, or put a conclusion to bi-regeneration of what happens when someone bi-regenerates anyway.
Yeah.
And then bring it back to the main focal point of 16th.
Yeah, and hopefully by that point you've got
season 3.
The next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe there's talks of doing something like that. Maybe it's kind of been vetoed as being too confusing, or okay, yeah, we'd like to do that, but who's funding it?
Yeah.
Because it's all very well us sitting here and going, why didn't you
Why
just
did
bring
you do
David Tennant
that?
back?
Yeah.
But
Also, he's a busy man.
yeah, I honestly do not know where the show is going.
No.
And I don't mean that as a sort of hyperbolic, like, inflammatory statement of like, I don't know where this show is going. Down the toilet is where, like,
Hashtag R.I.P. Doctor.
yeah, like, I just mean, I genuinely have no idea, because it really does feel like everything is up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's really the first time
In our lifetime.
since that it's felt like this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming back.
Yeah.
In some form, at some point.
Yeah.
On some platform. With someone playing the Doctor, or maybe not.
Who knows?
But like, it seems very, very clear that things have not gone to plan.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
And I would not like to be Russell T Davies this year.
Bless his heart. No.
Especially after, like, how stressed he was running the show
Before.
last time.
Yeah.
And, like, if you read the writer's tale, you read it going, how are you still breathe? How's your heart not giving out?
Yeah.
Like, you're clearly, like, just constantly stressed. And like how much of a toll it must have taken on him, to the point where you read that and go, yeah, no, like, you've done your time, you'll never come back. And then he came back and it was like, this is wild.
Why?
And then all of this has gone on. Like,
which he definitely didn't have to encounter in his first run.
No. And it's kind of, yeah, it's all times 10, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, like,
well, he's starting a new project at the minute as well, so because he started writing a new project, doesn't he? Is it for Channel 4? So I'm not saying clearly, because you can write two things at once, but like,
it would suggest
would suggest that he's filling his time while things are ticking away production wise.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know where.
I literally do not know where Doctor Who's going.
That's it. That is the question. No, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Really, I would wager that the most likely outcome
Billy
is
Special
that
season 3.
there's a special with Billie Piper, probably just on the BBC.
Yeah.
And then, by which point,
the 60th specials were just BBC, weren't they?
no, Disney.
Oh, were Disney there as well?
Yeah. It's got that Disney money, baby.
Got that Disney money.
And then
I don't mind that we don't have the Disney money if it was just on BBC, because then it might be a bit more tight.
Yeah, I think there's probably an argument there that, like, the creative limitations often lead to more interesting,
Well, you got to work a little bit harder to get what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, and it forces creativity.
Yeah.
And I think there's maybe an element of, oh, we can do this, so we will.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
Like, what's the justification?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it works out good sometimes, like Lux.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Then can
yeah.
also not pay off very well.
Like, don't get me wrong, I think the show looks gorgeous with that
100%.
kind of budget.
Mm.
But also, I would take, like, a sort of less glam looking series to A, get it a bit more consistently,
yeah,
and B, maybe more episodes in a series.
Yeah. and more focus on the writing than drama and character and story and all that.
Yeah. But the thing is, that isn't necessarily something that comes at the expense of a big budget.
No, absolutely not.
But
with if you're
I
trying to
get
make
what you're
it
saying.
big and
You maybe
explosive and things like that, you're like, look at all the explosions, look at all the pretty things, look at all that, look at all that.
yeah, with a
And you
smaller
rely
budget,
more on that
you're
than
maybe
the story
more sort of reliant
because
on
you want to.
the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But yeah, to conclude, we don't know what's happening with Doctor Who. No insider scoops.
Unfortunately not.
But yeah, I hope
it comes back.
I hope it comes back. No, as I say, it
back.
will.
Yeah.
It
In
will.
some
I just don't know
way,
in
shape,
what
or
form
Yeah.
and how long we're going to wait. But also, the wait might not be such a bad thing.
It just means I can get through the whole classic era again.
Well, I was going to say, just like, for people to kind of drop their pitchforks a little bit.
Yeah, everyone's still quite heated about it.
That's what I mean. Maybe let the dust settle on it a little bit. But also, obviously, I think if
the other
they could, then Russell would get, if HBO or Netflix or whoever were interested, or even Disney were
and they're
interested.
like, let's do this, but we've got to bash out a Christmas special.
Yeah, like, I'm sure that Russell and the production team would be like, yes. Go.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a thing of like, why haven't you made a decision? They're having to wait because there are other players in the game. And that's unfortunately a consequence of partnering with big studios and broadcasters. But
I reckon after the War Between, that's when things will start to pick up and we'll get more information. And
yeah, absolutely. I think nothing will come out before that because well, nothing official because it's bad. It's a bad look, isn't it? We've cancelled Doctor Who because it didn't do very well. But watch the spin-off that we've got coming in a couple of months.
Yeah,
no.
Not gonna happen.
But yeah, I'm interested to see. Part of me kind of thought that Disney would maybe try and rush the War Between the Land and the Sea out.
Oh, what? And
to try and...
Well, it depends what their schedule's looking like as well.
I guess so, but I don't think they're particularly interested in... I don't think they're going to get much from it. I think they might try and...
When's it supposed to come out? September?
See, I've got in my head around
it's
like
autumn,
October,
isn't it?
November.
Oh, later on.
Yeah. But maybe not.
Well, even if
I don't think they've not announced anything proper.
No.
But it's...
I don't know why I had it in my head that it was like autumn time.
It is autumn, but that's September, October, November, isn't it? So.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I want to watch it. September, that's the beginning of autumn. No, but I think Disney couldn't just rush it out anyway if there's BBC scheduling, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it could be a BBC thing more than
of course, because it'll be on BBC, won't it?
Yeah. It's only going up on their streaming.
I was going to say they're not putting it. They're not broadcasting it, are they? Yeah. So I guess.
So they have to wait.
I guess from the BBC's perspective, they're like, let's push it back as far as we can to kind of so the gap between this and more Who content isn't as big. Whereas I imagine Disney are like, it's done. Can we just get it out and bury it?
Maybe. Or if it's not that significant for them, they're probably just like, shove it out in autumn and then
put it out whenever.
Because it's only gone on their my goodness, streaming. My teeth too long again.
Teeth are too long. Yeah. Well, there we go. Many a conclusion we've come to there, in that we don't know anything. But I think it's interesting to, sometimes it's interesting to speculate.
Yeah.
And did you want to? What did some other people think? So I know you put a tweet or two out.
I did.
You are prone to do.
I do enjoy a good tweet.
You do a little tweet now and again, don't
I
you?
do a tweet now and again. I haven't had really much anything to talk about, to be honest. So everything's really podcast stuff because nothing's happening, so nothing's really making my brain go. When I have things to say, maybe I'll do a bit of a tweet, but
Yeah.
no, I
just gotta talk about this old rubbish instead.
No, I did say, now the dust is settled, how does everyone feel about Billy's return as Doctor Who with a big question mark? And then 34% of people, so I've got 330 votes. 34% of people said, I don't mind it.
Okay.
13% said, I liked it.
Okay.
53% of people said, still hate it.
Right.
So the dust is still floating about. Not quite settled. Maybe we needed a bit of a longer wait time.
Well, no, I think the dust is still settled, but
people's opinions just haven't changed.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of the comments, I won't go through every single one of them. A lot of the comments are the issues, the uncertainty, and thinking it's a last minute placeholder, and they're running out of ideas, rather than Billie herself.
Yeah.
Plus, a lot of comments were like, Billie's great. I can't wait to see Billie on my screen again. But...
Yeah.
And then the following.
So that's kind of how I feel.
That's what it is.
Because I said to you, you know, if Billie had not been in the show as such a prominent character before, if, like, I think she's an incredible actor. Like, if they went, Billie Piper's playing the Doctor, mint.
Yeah.
She's great. Like, I think she'd be brilliant. It's the fact that it's not the actor Billie Piper is in the role. It's the actor Billie Piper who used to play Rose. Do you remember? That's what irks me.
Right. Fair. I love her and I can't wait. But anyway. I also said, did season 2 of Doctor Who meet your expectations and why? 13% said yes. 41% said no. 46% said kind of. But this one was a bit vague because a lot of the comments were like, yeah, it did meet my expectations because I thought it was going to be bad.
Right.
Instead of like, yeah, it met my expectations. Like, this is like in like a good way.
Okay.
And then kind of.
So you found a fault in your
I was too vague because people were like, yeah, it did meet my expectations. Don't know if that's good or bad or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that it's kind of like, it's still a bit like, it kind of met my expectations. Not saying it's a good thing, not saying it's a bad thing. So everyone's still very undecided, not 100% sure. And that's where we are as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it does feel sort of collectively like...
The fact that we know we're not getting a season 3 for some time doesn't help the situation at all.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit more of see, we're valid in what we're thinking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it also doesn't help that, like, if that's the last bit of Doctor Who for a while, it left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. Or, like, most people's mouths, I should say.
I was going to say, because, like, I wouldn't say it's left a sour taste in my mouth, because I would absolutely eat up the next season, or specials, or whatever's next to come.
No, but I think, like, it not being... Wow.
Yeah.
And then...
And you're left sitting there like, oh, can't wait for season 2.
Yeah, and then there's a wait.
Yeah.
I think it sort of not living up to expectations with people.
Yeah. It's not the best
and
note to leave it on, is it?
It going on hiatus.
But I also, in this moment, I'm reflected back on, like, what percentage of the Doctor Who viewers are as invested and feel the way that we feel. as opposed to just casual viewers who watch it and are like, oh yeah, all right, well, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like increasingly more and more the weighting of massive Doctor Who fans against like my mum who might turn it on one night is like getting bigger and bigger. Whereas before, like the casual audience
was bigger than the dedicated fans type thing.
Yeah, like the casual audience was like the 90% of, you know,
viewership,
and every I like Doctor Who. It's fun.
Yeah.
And then you got us nerds, but like I feel like a lot of that gap's sort of getting smaller,
right.
and the pie chart of nerds to apparently normal people are like, it's yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I also have hand gestures and the lovely people at home don't, so
that's true. I did a very nice mime of a pie chart just then.
It was very wonderful to watch,
and you'll never get to see it.
No.
Sorry. I think obviously everything gets, you know, it's like Chinese whispers on like Doctor Who Twitter and YouTube and like forums and whatever.
Miscommunication and misinformation spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, and just like a lot of Doctor Who fans are like alarmist, like just really like, oh my god, it's ending, everything's gonna go to like, you know, like it will be fine.
Yeah.
But also I do understand that currently not in a great place.
It's like the walking into the room holding your pizza and everything's on fire meme from Community.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like.
that is kind of how, on the rare occasion that I'll go onto Twitter nowadays, that is generally but you know, we kind of just got to wait and see. Like it's all well and good, you know, we've just spent God knows how long
about
speculating
2 hours
about
just
it.
speculating. It's fun to speculate.
It's fun to speculate, and I think it's also interesting to kind of dive into what we think might happen, and what, you know, and what we thought of what's come before, and you know. But
I wonder if it does kind of become kind of like wilderness era stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it's all well and good speculating about stuff, but ultimately, we don't know anything.
No.
Period.
No. Well, yeah, obviously. But I mean, like, I'd be interested to see if, like, you know, like TV movie, if we had imagine that, but it's like Billy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Like a gap.
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. Like having like, because like we didn't get the 8th Doctor Adventures, did we? We just got the TV movie, and it is the 8th Doctor.
Yeah.
So could you imagine if we got like a Billy TV movie?
What, that doesn't, and then a new
not like
fresh
it,
start.
not like a pilot, like it was.
But then like a new fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
would it kind of reflect
not necessarily the fresh start, but that is kind of what I think they're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's, I mean, the
Kind of what we
feature-length
just
special would be
TV movie.
the TV movie, wouldn't it?
I guess.
But yeah, ultimately, we just gotta wait and see, haven't we? Like, people will be leaking things.
I hate leaks, but I'm very interested to see what comes out and what gets air quotes leaked and what gets made up, and I'm intrigued in that. I'll take it all with a pinch of salt.
I think this
everything's
sort of
quiet
stuff,
at the minute.
Yeah, it's been very quiet.
Yeah.
I think this sort of stuff, like behind the scenes stuff, and I don't mean like drama, but I mean like, where's the show heading? There have been discussions with so and so to, Variety's reporting that Doctor Who will return for a Christmas special in 2026 for like stuff like that. I'm all fine with. It's when it's like, oh, by the way, guys, the Rani's coming back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
shut up.
yeah. They're not.
Hey, shut up.
I know. If you know that, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Sit on it.
Have you thought about
not
shutting up?
telling anyone?
Yeah. But yeah, we gotta wait and see. We just gotta wait and see.
I'm excited for the war between the land and the sea, and that's what I'm focused on right now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's even happening.
I remind you.
But I will be watching it. I don't mean
course.
that as in like a derogatory, like, oh yeah, that. But it has completely slipped my mind. And we'll, I'm sure.
All I keep thinking about is the master rumours for it. Could you imagine?
Anyway. Yeah, well, I hope that was somewhat enlightening.
Yeah, that was a chatty ramble, that one.
Considering that we have basically very little basis for
anything
that we've talked about other than just vibes, really.
Yeah.
And our limited knowledge of how TV production works, and our relatively extensive knowledge of the TV series Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
We realised this one was a little bit impromptu, a little bit off the cuff.
Yeah.
But hopefully it wasn't too tedious to listen to. And
do a I don't know counter. How many times we're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
dread to think how many times I've said in this.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I don't want to know. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Kat, where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on Twitter and Instagram at simplykatie_XO. Where can they find you, Tip?
Well, thank you very much for asking. They can find me at the Southern Biscuit YouTube channel, where you may very well be listening to this podcast on now.
Yeah.
I also have a Twitter at Southern Biscuit, but I rarely use it, and I realise I usually say that one first.
I did think that.
Yeah.
And that freaked me out.
Yeah, I'm just playing, but it's loosey-goosey, baby.
No.
We're changing it up.
We have a system for the ends. And I will refuse to do it if you don't say it in the correct order.
Oh, fine. Well, I can exclusively reveal that next week's episode is. But in fact, would you like to inform us all what we're?
I would love to.
What we're covering next week?
Yes, next week we have a exclusive interview with Murray Gold's assistant, Sam Dinley.
Yes, we do.
We do, and we'll be talking about all things Doctor Who music.
Yes.
Which is my strong point.
Yes, I have the feeling I will very much be taking the lead on.
I'll be asking the questions, and then you and Sam can talk about the music.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's how that will format.
Yeah. We'll try and explain. Although I have tried doing similar in the past, and I'm sure Sam has with you.
Yeah.
To no avail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sounds pretty.
Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Sounds nice.
But yeah, Sam will be joining us. We're doing a little interview exclusive.
Yeah.
So that'll be good fun. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
How long have I been saying to you, like,
8 months.
Please let me talk to him about
over 8 months. Way over 8 months.
So yeah, we'll have a good old chin wag.
Yeah.
And I'll chew his ear off, and we'll have a big old Doctor Who and Muso nerd out.
Oh yeah.
Which is a real, like, it's just that cross section of the Venn diagram for my nerdy interests.
Yeah. So everyone who is interested in all things Doctor Who music, definitely tune in next week.
Yes, absolutely. And also, little plug, if you haven't already.
Yes.
Check out, I've got a couple of video essays on Murray Gold's Doctor Who soundtrack on YouTube, on the Southern Biscuit YouTube channel.
Which you may be listening to.
Which you may very well be listening to.
We'll link them below.
It'll be linked below, or there'll be a little card or something that pops up in the video But yeah, if you fancy that, have a little listen, and then we'll be chatting to Sam next week about even more music stuff.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to know what we're covering after?
I would love to.
Would you?
Yeah.
We are, just because I realised I made you do the announcement of what we're covering, and usually when I do this, I say, "Do you want to know?" and get you to do the drum roll. So I'm going to get you to do the drum roll because it feels wrong and I need to laugh at it.
Okay.
Okay. So, would you like to know what we're covering next week?
Yeah.
Amazing. Drum roll, please. That one came with like a whole body shake. That was like an exorcism. We are covering a little story. I don't know if you've heard of it. I believe it goes by the name of Rose.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I'll get watching.
Because the first release of Chris and Billy's Big Finish.
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
think comes out next month.
Oh yeah.
So we're covering Rose.
Oh yeah. My autumn babies. Do do do.
So yeah, hope you're happy with that.
All of the references that will be coming out that week.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna slip in. I wonder how much of the script I can slip in. That's gonna be my challenge.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Listen out.
we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Maybe next week we'll set a proper little challenge for you. Yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Cool.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And tuning in. Join us next week for our chat with the lovely Mr. Sam Dinley, and we'll see you very soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.